if you're a kid, then this can be directed to you. But if you're an adult, then let's act like you've got children. And if you do, then you'll relate to this. If you don't, then just act like you do. You imagine you're taking a kid for a drive and you're trying to keep the kid entertained, because obviously, And as you're trying to keep your kid entertained, you don't really know how you're going to keep them focused. You want to give them snacks. You might want to just keep them on the, you're on the road, booster seat, the whole nine. You don't know exactly how you're going to manage that. You don't know how you're going to keep them focused, keep them from crying and screaming and freaking out, driving in the back of the car, wherever you are. Let's say you had to bring them to work someday or something, an emergency, whatever. Usually, most parents will find a toy or something for them to fidget with. My mom had a different solution, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. My mom started a business called Snuppets. So what are Snuppets? Snuppets are snack bags and puppets in one. So you would eat it, and it's about the shape of, I'd say maybe like a shoe almost, like that kind of shape. Like a U is probably better. And you would have snacks inside of it. It had this nice lining on the inside, so it could hold any snacks you want. Pretzels, nuts, anything you could possibly want to put for your kid. Goldfish, classic pick. And then there was this fun design on the outside. She did all the designs herself, and she would have the designs. And sorry, trying to record between roommates coming in and out. So she would have these fun designs on the outside, and the inside was this nice interior lining, really easy. So essentially, and once you were finished eating whatever snacks you wanted to eat, or whatever snacks your kid wanted to eat, obviously they could just stick their hand in it and play with it, and it was a puppet. It was a great idea. So that's pretty much her sales pitch, was really just like, oh, it's like a kid's toy, but it's also a snack bag. It was a great idea, and the story here is that she started making these. She would sew them all from home. It was brilliant. People were eating it up. Everybody loved the idea of it. Parents, likewise. She was starting to get it in a couple of stores. I think Trader Joe's got a couple, and she's on her own different business now. But when she was doing this at first, it was a really kind of unique idea. And then this other group or other people just stole the idea, and it was unbelievable. My mom went into one of the stores that she was in, and she went in and was checking it out, and then she found out that it was somebody else had copied the idea. So it was a shame, it was really just not ideal at all to see that happen. Snuppets was a great idea. She made it all herself. It was a passion project, really, and she started making money for it. And it's really kind of upsetting, that turn of events, but it kind of disheartened her a little bit, and she moved on to different ventures, which are much more successful now, might I add. She makes clothes now. I have a few pieces myself. It's not these, and I probably actually should have worn those clothes, but she makes clothes now. She makes robes and beachwear. So I just really want to talk about my mom, her business. Unfortunate, failed business venture, but something that kind of shows that you should work for passion, because you're not always going to make the most money, and you're not always going to be in the best financial state to be the best at anything. But if you're enjoying what you're doing and you're making enough to get by, then does it really matter, right? As long as you're happy. So that's my speech. It's about my mom, about her business, and I'll close it there.